Welcome to this video. This is lesson 5. We're going to talk about sector area and our unit 6 on circles. Let's get started. Our agenda for this lesson, we will cover the objective and guiding question. We'll talk about what is sector area. We'll do some practice problems. I'll leave y'all with the challenge question and IXL work to do on your own. Our objective, scholars will be able to determine the area of a sector. The unit big idea is circles. Our guiding question. If we know the inscribed angle, which is this angle right here, and the circle's total area, how can we find the area of that pie slice or that sector? That's the question that we're asking and answering. So sector area is almost identical to arc length, the previous lesson, except we're going to use area instead of circumference. So we're asking the question, what fraction of the circle's area is represented by this sector here? So we need to find the degree of this inscribed angle, divide that by 360 because 360 is the total, and then multiply that fraction by the area of the circle. Before we were multiplying by the circumference, but now we're multiplying by the area. So you can see the formula is almost identical except you have an A instead of an L, and you have an S because you have an A instead of a C and an S instead of an L. And remember that the area of a circle is pi r squared. All right, let's try a question. So the radius of a circle is 10 feet. What is the area of a sector bound by a 135-degree arc? So sector is going to equal our angle out of 360 times the area. So let's just first figure out what the area is. Area is going to equal pi r squared. Well, r here is 10, so we've got pi times 10 squared, which is just 100 pi. Remember, I'm not simplifying pi, I'm just leaving it in the equation. So then S is going to equal, theta is 135 over 360 times 100 pi. That's going to equal 37.5 pi. And that's going to actually be in feet squared, although you don't have to put the units. That's the area of our sector. All right, let's try this one. The diameter of a circle is 20 meters. What is the angle measure of an arc bounded by a sector with an area of 15 pi square meters? So we're actually looking for the angle now. So we're going to use the same formula, but we're going to solve for something else. So let me just write it one time. Sector area equals theta over 360 times the area of the whole circle. Okay, so keep in mind that the area of a circle is pi r squared. But here we don't know we don't know r, we know d. So r is going to be 10, it's half of that. So my area here is going to be pi times 10 squared, which is going to give us 100 pi, just like in the previous problem. But now we don't know theta. This is what we don't know. But we do know s. S is going to be 15 pi. So let's go ahead and plug in what we know. 15 pi equals theta over 360 times 100 pi. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and cancel pi on both sides, and I get 15 equals theta over 360 times 100. I'm going to divide by 100 on both sides, and I get 15 over 100 equals theta over 360, and then I'm going to multiply by 360 on both sides. So my final answer is going to be 360 times 15 over 100, and that's going to give me 54. So my angle is going to be 54 degrees. So remember, this problem is just like the previous one, except we're solving for a different variable, and keep in mind that diameter is 2 times the radius. And that's it. So if you want more of a challenge, check out the extension activity titled Sector Area Challenge Questions, and let me know if you answer it. The IXL you need to work on is Geometry U4. Please be sure to send me an email or join me during my office hours on Zoom with any questions. Best of luck.